Good Monday, everyone, and welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this third day where temperatures are approaching the upper 90s and heat indices generally running near or at 100 in the urban areas this afternoon, making dangerous heat conditions most likely probable for the entire New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area. This is the daily video forecast discussion for Monday, the 20th of July, 2015. Morning surface chart this morning already showing temperatures climbing into the upper 70s and lower 80s in the urban areas already. It's up to 83 or so this past hour in Philadelphia and climbing. Also New York City at 82 and LaGuardia in the lower 80s as well. We have a light southwest to westerly flow component today, and that's going to add to the heat across the entire forecast region. Dew points, that's what's uncomfortable. They're ranging anywhere from the upper 60s into the lower 70s, low to mid 70s across coastal plains here, away from the immediate ocean in Ocean County and in Cape May counties in New Jersey. And these dew points in the upper 70s extend all the way down into the Delmarva region, where dew points this morning in Dover, Delaware are at 80, and the dew point is at 80, meaning the air temperature just really sticky, uncomfortable conditions out there this morning. And with the sun this afternoon, conditions will only go downhill to the worst side. Do your pollen forecast really quickly. The stagnant air mass is allowing people to still sneeze and cough and be congested, as I've been much of the last couple of days, with a little bit of vertigo too mixed in there. And this is all due to the stagnant air mass and the plentiful green grass that's around the region, which will continue to be on the moderate to high side throughout the week. Also on the high side will be the UVI index, or UVI index, ultraviolet radiational index, and it's going to be very high over the next couple of days, so sunscreen will continue to be a must. Surf zone forecast for the New Jersey and Delaware beaches for today: partly sunny. There is an isolated shower or thunderstorm, and any of those thunderstorms that do pop up across the region will contain very heavy downpours, brief strong gusty winds and lightning, so you do want to be mindful and be careful out there during today and this evening. High temperatures along the beach fronts today in the upper 80s, and beach winds will be out of the southwest, very light at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. The surf is pretty calm at 2 to 3 feet, with a southeast swell at around 2 feet every 5 seconds. The surf temperature mid-70s, UVI index 9. Low risk of rip currents today. Never swim alone, always with a flotation device and in lifeguarded areas, never near piers and jetties. There's a low threat of lightning today, but still, any shower or thunderstorm will contain brief heavy downpours, dangerous lightning, and of course, strong brief downburst winds. The next high tide at Belmar will be at 11:11 this morning. In and west of the city today, New York City, and just west of the immediate coastline of New Jersey, all the way down from Ocean down to Cape May. Over the interior, excluding extreme northwestern New Jersey, parts of eastern Pennsylvania, the Delmarva I-95 corridor, all in heat advisories for today. And these heat advisories will be in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. The maximum heat index values of around 100 this afternoon, maximum temperatures in the low to mid 90s today. So you have to take precautions and work. If you work outside, be careful, reschedule strenuous activities for the early morning or late evening, and know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing and drink plenty of water. Morning surface chart from WeatherRoanoke.com, and Digital Atmosphere software shows a couple of features here. We already have our pre-frontal trough developing just to the west over the I-95 corridor and the Appalachians here into interior Maryland and Virginia. This will be a focal point for some showers and thunderstorms today, but this is not the only additive to the forecast that will provide the lift. We're going to find a few impulses in this. We have a cold front out to the west, which will kind of tend to die off as it sinks south and east across the region late this afternoon and evening. That might also be added as another catalyst for some showers and thunderstorms across the region as well. They'll be isolated, but they will be around late this afternoon and evening by location, so you're going to have to be mindful out there. A stronger cold front will come across the region tomorrow night, and that means lowering dew points back into the 50s and much more refreshing air mass coming by the time we get to Wednesday. Okay, this is our water vapor channel imagery here. Here's our upper low across moving towards St. James Bay, Canada here, the lower James Bay and Hudson Bay, actually Hudson Bay in Canada. And here is our dry sinking air moving into the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area. Now we put on the fronts. We already have a weakness in the boundary here, mostly notable from south of Trenton, the I-95 corridor down through the interior Appalachian Mountains of the interior here. And this will be a focal point for showers and thunderstorms across the region. And basically all of our watch boxes right now are basically well to the south and west. Let's move off this and show you the upper level winds. The upper level winds are basically from 500 millibars up or at out of a westerly component today, so that means even the shore points today will be very hot and humid and sticky as well. Low level winds, not really showing up here, mid-level winds are all out of the west as well. So basically the frontal boundary will approach, begin to die off. These disturbances will stay to our west, but the cold front, the secondary cold front here associated with this upper level low here, moving into southeastern Canada as the trough axis swings into the Canadian Maritimes by Wednesday, means that showers and thunderstorms with even more dangerous winds, possible hail, and lightning will be more evident in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon and evening. And on the aviational weather deck today, basically VFR conditions prevailing throughout most of the day, isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms possible across the area anywhere, especially later this afternoon. Fog may be a tougher time developing overnight tonight, especially across the western areas, as dew points are forecast to lower through the night. Kept the fog out of the majority of the Taft sites for overnight into Tuesday morning. Now, the exceptions might be around Millville, where a little fog will develop, but the chances of that are slight as well. Now, for Tuesday through Tuesday evening, early morning clouds and debris from thunderstorms, haze, and fog possible. Otherwise, mainly going into a VFR condition again. A chance of mainly afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be locally heavy. Tuesday night through Friday, that's where the air mass clears out and VFR flying conditions will be in place. Right now, outside of Newark, we're already climbing. It's at 85 degrees this hour, and we're moving on up. The dew point is uncomfortable at 66, humidity 53%. The wind is northwest at 12. Few clouds at 25,000 at 15,000. Just a hot, humid, sticky air mass in place for today with VFR conditions. Philadelphia up to 83, dew point 69, humidity 63%. Few clouds at 15,000, 25,000, VFR in place, and that's the way it's going to look for today. Maybe an outlier shower or thunderstorm across this region during later this afternoon as well. A surface satellite here, or a visible satellite here, shows dry, sunny conditions over the interior. A few more clouds at the mid and high level varieties across the coast and into the I-95 corridor. And basically dry air is building in place with sinking air on a westerly upper level flow here, so water vapor channel showing a little bit more moisture concentrated over the I-95 corridor and south. And of course we have our little mesoscale convective complex here of the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley staying to our south and west. What's interesting is Doppler's been showing a couple of disturbances moving into the area and then weakening. As we have a prefrontal trough across the region, we can see that the showers and thunderstorms are dying out as they make their way across the region this morning, and probably also as a result of that thermal trough setting up right along the I-95 corridor this morning. Yes, for certain, it was hot and humid yesterday. We had a few interior temperatures here approaching or exceeding 100 degrees over the interior here, but basically even the shore points yesterday got into the lower 90s and the mid and upper 90s across many of the forecast sites here from the New York City metropolitan area, interior southeastern New York as well, all the way down to the northern mid-Atlantic. Here's our current conditions, surface map across the region this morning. This is where we await for this cold front will die out as it approaches the area and washes out over the region during tonight. We'll wait for this stronger cold front and dew points behind it in the 50s. This means showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and evening. And of course, with that comes the drier conditions developing across the region tomorrow night right through the rest of the week. That's what the forecast charts from the WPC Weather Prediction Center look like for this evening and late this afternoon as the front washes out across the region, passes through a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Front gets hung up and stalled up as the area of low pressure to our south and west with the old prefrontal boundary. Here comes the stronger cold front approaching the region slowly throughout the day tomorrow with another short wave along it, and that short wave may be moving away from the region but still provide the access point for showers and thunderstorms as the cold front comes through. Mainly showers and thunderstorms would be most prevalent tomorrow afternoon and evening before the front comes through, which is most heatable time during the afternoon and evening hours as the front comes through. Then high pressure and cool, dry air begin to filter in across the forecast region, and this forecast looks delightful for the rest of the week into the weekend. The next chance of precipitation won't really come until next Sunday night or early Monday as the next cold front approaches. Next 6 to 10 days in the meteorological outlook from the weather HPC. At night, HPC CPC here shows a trough of below normal temperatures, near normal conditions across most of the northern mid-Atlantic the next 6 to 10 days. Above average chances as the trough begins to move back into the eastern United States, and we reload the pattern once again. And that means that the next 8 to 14 days, near normal in temperature, slightly below in northern New England, and near normal precipitation amounts as well. We use the NAM 12 kilometer first on the radar and satellite composite or radar composite future forecast here. It's a prefrontal trough here across the region, mostly dry throughout today. There will be a few pulse-like afternoon showers scattered about the region. Any of those briefly heavy downpours are expected. Now tomorrow, we'll be in a southwesterly flow and unstable air mass again with a prefrontal trough developing across the region. Our old frontal boundary somewhere here along the northern mid-Atlantic, and showers and thunderstorms scattered about the region. Will be more isolated in nature across certain regions, but any of them will contain very heavy brief downpours, strong gusty winds, lightning, and hail. And the front comes through, and then look, just high pressure moves into the region with dry conditions and seasonable weather conditions for this time of the year for the mid-peak part of the week into the weekend. So do exercise extreme caution out there today and especially tomorrow too in this hot, humid, and very oppressive mini heat wave that we're having here for the next 24 to 48 hours. Also check in on the elderly and the pets and keep yourself hydrated. For everything live, it's Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Be safe out there, and we'll see you again on Tuesday morning.